Hi everyone, we're heading back to groups in different forms. Family time will be outdoor classes. Some of you are doing pods in your homes or in a special space that's only open to people who share your COVID-19 protocols and mitigations. Some of you are going back into schools and childcare and all kinds of things. So, deep breath. How do we honor the developmental abilities, interests, joy of young children, while at the same time creating safe and aware, responsible situations, environments, and conditions for our children? We have a lot of questions, and a lot of these are going to evolve as we come together again. But I have a program for crawlers and babies. I want them to feel joyful, moving, exploring, discovering. How close is too close? How far is too isolating to even make sense for a social experience? How do we honor each child's comfort, preference, style of learning and playing? And how do we make accommodations to do this together? And how do we help parents with different levels of anxiety and comfort in groups and tiptoeing forward into this new coexistence with COVID? Okay, so I've made a list. I've made some tips for social exploration with mutual respect and developmental awareness. One, first of all, I think we want to expect social curiosity with crawlers, with toddlers, with young children. If they're going to see somebody, you want them to be able to smile and to go, what's that about? I want to know what he sees, where he's at, if his toy is the same as my toy. We want children to have a little bit of freedom to learn, to be themselves. Two, we need to be deeply aware and sensitive to different levels of comfort among the parents and among the grown-ups. Some parents are going to come into this situation and feel like, no, I want to watch from far away. I want to get the read on everybody. Remember these videos we've done on temperament? Our temperament affects how we step back into a new, partially social, controlled world for ourselves and our children. And some parents are going to be like, I am so excited that my child is free again. I just want to hug everybody. And we're going to have to remind them that maybe we aren't hugging, maybe we aren't even high-fiving, but maybe we are smiling and doing other kinds of greetings and welcomes and spreading joy. First of all, I want all the parents who come to my program to know that wherever you are is a really good place to begin, and we will respect and honor you exactly as you are. And we will try to respect all those differences. We respect differences in all kinds of parenting situations. But again, we live in a judgy world where whether you work outside the home or don't work, or whether you breastfeed or bottle feed, where every question feels like your integrity, intelligence, and honor is on the line, we want to make sure that we can embrace differences, accept differences, and arrive at some mutually agreed upon strategies and plans. So in our program, my recommendation, and this might be if you're just at a park or you're just venturing out and you're experiencing casual ways of being around other people, stay close. Stay close to children who are exploring so that you are ready to guide, support, or redirect. Sometimes we're guiding. Say hi to Sam. He's happy you're here today. Sometimes when you see children at a moment where they have to choose, how do I go forward in this social interaction? We can jump in and tell them. Not that we want to make all of their choices for them, but we want to let them know what's safe. We want them to feel our confidence that this is okay to make friends again, to be with other people again. Sometimes we are supporting them, telling them how to ask for a turn, how to wait for a turn, how to manage all those complex social emotional skills of I want it and I want it now and it's all mine. Sometimes supporting them means you want a lot of things to hold in your hands, so let me find other things you can hold rather than taking something away from another child. My job as an educator is to support both sides of every social interaction. The child that wants to express joy and social love, and the one that's a little bit hesitant, like, can I just smile at you or wave at you? Or can I just watch you from a distance because you look really unpredictable to me? So there's so much that's involved in social understanding, social cue taking, and we are the support coaches for that social emotional intelligence. Last, we want to redirect, but we don't want to redirect in a manipulative way, because I promise you, after a certain age, 18 months, 20 months, 22 months, they don't take redirection very well because they want autonomy and they want choice. So the only way to redirect isn't to say like, oh, take this instead of what you have, because they're like, can't sell me on that. It's by engaging them in something that truly captures their skill, their development, whether it's language, whether it's cognitive, whether it's social, whether it's emotional attention. How can I show you something that might excite you more than that thing you're trying to do, like sit on your friend's head, that I can't have you doing in times of COVID or in any other time. So, and again, remember that toddlers take social chances that we are always managing and guiding under the best of circumstances. They want stairs to themselves. They want toys to themselves. They want to push children out of their way. They don't always have a sense of my space, your needs, my needs. That's part of all of the social learning that we want for them. So just as we don't allow children to push, shove, bite, hit, take things away, sit on each other. There's all those things that we manage on a regular basis. So we just have to take our best social group skills and use them with less fear, anxiety, and without the weight of life and death consequences under these exceptional circumstances. So stay close so that you can help. And when in doubt, you've heard me say this many, many times, become a sportscaster. When you don't know what to do, the best thing to do is describe the situation. Hi, Sam's coming to say hello to Ben. What do you have, Ben? Let's look. Use your eyes. Oh, look how that shakes. Does your toy shake too, Sam? Where you really come in and announce the interaction, the play-by-play, just like you're a sportscaster on TV, because that slows children down, gets all of that impulse reactivity to start going through that upstairs brain. And so you're now creating executive function, self-regulation. And it works even with toddlers. You've heard me say that a million times. So be a sportscaster, use language to buffer, to steer, and to intrigue children by the magic of words and thinking, because while doing is fun, all toddlers and babies are really curious about language and the things that we want them to focus on. So language is a very powerful tool, and it's a wonderful time to use it in this new COVID world. it's now on the, so I had expect social curiosity, be aware and sensitive to the differences. Listen to hear those differences first. Then respect those differences and know that we all aren't on the same page and we come with different emotions, different experiences, different fears. 4th, stay close to exploring children. And 5, always calm yourself down in your emotions before the fear is in your words and in your behavior. So if we're going to redirect or guide social interactions in children, the one thing we don't want to do is go, he's too close. Oh my gosh, stop, wait, stop. We can't even think and articulate our fears when we are in that reactive mode. So calm first, pause, even ask yourself, what am I afraid of? Because a lot of times what I'm feeling when I'm gonna have a class for crawlers and toddlers who are exploring, those kids might come up to another child. They might even touch another child. We will all have our masks. We will all touch our own children. We will all manage our little bubbles. But the other thing that's going to happen is child to child, those children are constantly moving, so they're not going to sit for 10 or 15 minutes and spit on each other or lick one another. They're going to touch, move, be curious, stare, maybe. They might breathe on each other, but it's not going to be for a consistent amount of time where I think you're going to have a dangerous exposure to COVID. And if you do, speak to your teachers. So check the fear. And the article that I'm recommending for everyone, just posted it on Facebook, is the New York Times had a piece, Resist Fear-Based Parenting, even during coronavirus. So look up that article. It came out on June 26th, but it talks about the visual cliff experiments with crawlers and how when they get to the edge of something, we know crawlers don't have depth perception. They will come like Roadrunner, they'll come right off the side of a cliff, or they will slow down and gradually try to figure out what that depth perception is about. But depth perception is learned from experience, from trial and error, from us guiding and protecting, but while they still have full-on experience of risk and danger. And so what the 80s experiments showed with visual cliff is that if the parents went, the crawlers would freeze. And they'd be like, I can't go there, I can't go there. And you know how easily it is for us to take our grown-up fears and lay them on our children. So careful, careful, careful. I don't really want you to lay that on your children. But I do want you to go, oh, look, there's an edge there, and help them develop awareness of risk so that they can manage it. But it's not a uh-oh, it's a we can manage this. We've got this together. And then the last thing is knowing that there are layers and layers in this transition back to groups. So peel that onion slowly. Bring your questions to your teachers. Bring your concerns to your friends who are sharing these groups with you, because I need you to be able to be open, honest, nurturing, and supportive of one another as we venture into new social experiments and experiences. Take care, and I wish you a happy fall.